What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm feeling my hood like they call me the blessing. Checking my side, you gotta come and check it.
Uh-oh, what happened there with two Hafungu? Is that a pick
six?
Back now at Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, cool.
We're in quarter number 3 as we get you back into the action.
That's the name of my player. No.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And good space to operate there as he takes his down inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards there on the keeper and second down. He's going to keep this again.
Oh, my goodness,
and they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple of force to throw down.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. An option handoff given to Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers, complete. Smith has it. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing, Rivers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And they run with Harris off the option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Cooley knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here we go, son.
Fields on first down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Stopped by Jacorian Bennett. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go again with Pierce. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back now in Pittsburgh, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw, Rivers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get about three just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? And give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On second down, here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here we go. Hurry up.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
Oh, hit my helmet. I can't put my hands up.
And incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career. We've seen
and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Black Knights are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned,
what can I do about somebody going off, not jumping off sides, but
credit to the guys on
lining
the
up
defensive
off
side
sides
of
is
the
the
ball.
bot.
They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Absolutely nothing. And why was he in the game? Y'all changed my mind up, huh?
On play action, Fields gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
These linemen are blocking me on a screen pass
Here's
before
Fields.
while the ball's in
Had
the
his
air.
hands on it, but dropped it.
That's always
The
better.
rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but...
Are you pressing? No. You just got cooked. That's it.
It brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they'll run the option to start the drive. He gives it up. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd down, Rivers. Throw fighting Thornton over the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw is Rivers. Completes this one to Thornton. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thornton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Steelers 7. Youngway Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That is caught.
Dang, that is terrible. That is terrible.
He's
I
to
should
the
just take
15.
that one. But he's playing. He got his light on. He just played it like an idiot.
CD Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Fields trying to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Throwing here, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 44 yards. And the Black Knights tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Koo now for the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CD Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
Oh, I'm early.
Incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Damn, that was so split second.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Here we go. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
No way, bro. All over
Touchdown, Steelers.
over that. Oh, wow.
With his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Oh, and I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Brooklyn, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.
They've had the ball for 40 plays. I've had the ball 11 plays.
Good grief.
I cannot get off the field.